I'm so excited. All right, everybody. Welcome to our Tuesday night all Trailblazer team call. If you are not muted, if you could do that, if you're not speaking, that would be super awesome. My name is Lisa Blaisdell. If you do not know me, and I want to welcome you to our Trailblazer team call. We do this every month at the top of the first Tuesday is our team. And I love to highlight and celebrate, first of all of you. We are just coming off of, hands down, the best February that our team has ever had. I am so proud of everyone. We had record number of new team members joining our team, which is always so exciting for me because that means more lives are going to be impacted for better health because there's more people that are potentially going to be talking about Juice Plus, and that means more of you guys are marching towards your dreams and your goals in this business. And I'm thrilled. And so many new customers. You know, February was a shorter month, so we don't always have, the kind of results that we had. And I'm just beyond thrilled and proud of everybody. So I want to highlight and celebrate, and I'm just going to mute a couple people that are coming on, just because I want to have a clean recording. So I want to highlight and celebrate people who stand out. And I invited two amazing women to stand out and speak a little bit about the successes that they've been having. And I love that they are both very different and they both have different journeys in Juice Plus. And so, Susan, I'm going to ask you to talk first. And, you are not new to this business. You're not new to Juice Plus. And I love your story. And I can't wait at some point for everyone to hear your bigger story. But in the month of February, you added 10 customers. And I know, because I watch, you have never done that before.
No.
You've never even come close to that before. And I would love for you to share just a little bit of what has changed with you and what resulted. What did you do to get that result? Because I think a lot of people would like to know, how do I help 10 people get on Juice Plus in one business month?
So I took a look at the last few months. I knew my business had been kind of flat. November, December, January, it was very flat. I wasn't getting any traction. So I went back a little further and I looked at what had been my better months up to that point. And actually they were both in March, a year ago March and a year before that. And I think I actually put 8 customers on one of those months, but that was the closest I'd ever been. And there was a lot of incentive at that point also for trying to bring on new customers. So I looked at what I had been doing then and tried to relate that to what I was doing now. And I realized I'd kind of let my mindset slip, and also being intentional about my activity. So I worked on both of those with some pretty good success, as you saw. But I looked at my customers that I did add, and they were in 4, almost 5 different categories. So 2 in each of the categories. So it was almost like a perfect storm of everything kind of coming together. So the first group of 2 was existing customers that were adding new products. So that was just me being more intentional with my follow-up. 2 more were people who decided to do the shred. So they were on the shred products. And they've been hearing me talk about it. And I'm not exactly sure why February seemed to get me more shred customers than January, but it did. And maybe it was just, the right time for everybody. I also, Chris and Nikki like to talk about, shining on people. And I've been shining on these other 4 people for quite a while, probably between a year and 2 years. And so they finally ordered. 2 of them had health crises, new diagnoses that had come up during the month of February. And so I was like the first thing they did. They called me for Juice Plus because they'd been listening, paying attention. And after their doctor's appointment, I was their first call after talking to their spouse. So it made me feel good that they were paying attention. Kind of, I had to kind of remind them in a gentle way not to wait for another crisis, to be diligent about taking the products, but at least they're on them right now. And then the other one, I have a power partner who gives me probably one referral a week, and two of those referrals ended up as customers. I have tried to make her see the light about joining our mission and our company. It's just not in her plan right now, but game's not over as far as I'm concerned with her. So that's kind of my story. Like I said, it's kind of the perfect storm with all those 4 or 5 different types of customers. But just that being intentional about going out, doing the follow-up, having the conversations, and just being present when they were ready to order.
Yep. Susan, that's awesome. And you know what else? You have been planting a lot of seeds. And I think what, sometimes we forget is that, this business is like gardening. It's sowing and reaping. So if you're focused on planting a lot of seeds, then as long as you water them and you take good care of them and you really stick with them, some of those seeds are going to sprout and they're going to grow. So that's really important because you are always out there planting seeds. I know you do a lot of networking and you're connecting with people, and all of that work that you've been doing is starting to bring you a harvest for sure.
And it's not on our time schedule, it's on their time schedule. So we just have to remember that.
That's right. That's right. It's all about timing. And that's why, I always like to remind people about that, and your friend who's the power partner who's giving you referrals, maybe the timing isn't right now, but at some point she's going to get sick of giving up that profit and commission to you.
I'm hoping that day comes sooner rather than later.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Susan, I'm so proud of you. I'm really just thrilled to see, the momentum that you're starting to create in your business. And, you're diligent, you show up, you come to conference, you show up to what matters. And I'm just thrilled that, you're having the success that you are. So I'm so proud of you. And I know Caprice is proud of you too. Awesome. So now when she settles down, my little jitterbug here, my friend Lisa, that a lot of you guys have been hearing about, and you've been seeing her post all of her BAMs and her wins. When we find someone that's ready to get off to a fast start, we lock arms and we run. And I know Lisa from the gym. And what I know about Lisa is that when she makes up her mind to do something, she does it. She's fiercely committed and she knows how to work hard. And so all those qualities she's putting to work in her Juice Plus business. And, I say this a lot, you guys, but how people do anything is how people do everything. So look for those rock stars that you might be working out with next to, because they might be your next rock star. So Lise, we've been having a blast. February was a ton of fun. We were busy and fun. And why don't you share a little bit about what you've been doing to basically be on the path to Express Track, which is almost in the bag. We got a few more things to do, but it's inevitable. So why don't you share what you've been up to?
Okay. Hi, everyone. So, basically I started taking Juice Plus a while ago, started in November to share with everybody, and had a great November, had nothing in December, but it was Christmas and whatever. And then January, I just decided I need to do something. I want to really take charge, because January was kind of also I had customers, but I wanted to move up. And so Lisa talked me into going to the boot camp, which was kind of life-changing for me, actually. It really, all the women, a lot of you are on the call right now that were there. I don't know, it just felt like a family. It felt like everybody just cared about each other. And I really I aspired to be like all of you because, all wonderful, healthy, outgoing women. And I'm like, if they're doing it, I know I can. I just got to get over myself, basically. And just listening to everybody on stage, it really inspired me. Like when we had the call last month about the boot camp, and I talked. So then I was just like, it's on. I'm going to do this. And then the fast track came out, and I was like, okay, watch out, because I am going to do this. And the first thing that I did that really and truly helped me was figure out the compensation plan. Because not just for me, but because I needed to know at every level what was involved in it and the money that was involved too. Because for a lot of people, money is the key. And yes, do they want to be on Juice Plus? Absolutely. But people want to make money. And so I had to know how to motivate some people. If it was just to be a rep, to get on to get on Juice Plus, to be a rep, because selling 2 trios a month would take care, or 2 or 3 would take care of their 2 trios for them and their families, or just where the money was to talk them into it, because like they said in the boot camp, people were leaving their jobs as nurses and whatever because they were doing Juice Plus now and they were making a lot of money. So I needed to figure all that out. And then once I did, I really just got out there and started reaching out to everybody. But what really helped was I heard when we were at the boot camp, Lisa and Irene and a few others talking about Ray Higdon. And I was like, who is this guy? I don't even know who he is. So did a little research, followed him a little bit, and listened to some of his stuff. And he actually really motivated me and kind of taught me really how to do social media, how to talk to people, how not to take it personally when somebody says no, because that's hard for me to, why aren't they listening to me? I don't know why they're not listening to me. I know what I'm talking about. And you just get flustered. And he really did the job, even though Lisa always says what he says. Just listening to him on a daily basis really drove it home that it's not me. I'm doing everything I can. I want people to be healthy. I want to share this with everybody. Sometimes people just say no, and it's okay. And you just move on to the next one. And that's what I've been doing. And I just have been talking to everybody. And like Susan had said earlier, sometimes they come back to you a little while later. And I just had somebody today that I've been talking to, a gal from the gym that teaches all over Pilates, and she just messaged me today and said that she wants me to come to one of her Pilates studio and do a session, or take her class, and then after do I said I'd bring smoothies, so we do a smoothie party and talk to them about Juice Plus. And I'm going to sign her up as a rep, and she's going to get a lot of customers and a lot of reps out of that. So that's going to happen in the next week. So I've just been really doing waiting on the people that said that they are thinking about it. One of my first rep was my sister-in-law, Nicole. I think she's on the call, and she's amazing. She's a nurse, and she's flying also. She has a bunch of customers. She's working on a few people to be reps so that she can BF, and then I can hopefully fast track. And then if there's enough time in there, hopefully we can get her there too. So I've been working hand in hand with her. She just signed up our cousins today with 2 trios, and actually is going to turn around and make her a rep for that order. So, because I just talked to her. And so I'm just, trying to encourage, it is kind of hard to try to get reps at the same time. Well, I don't know what's happening. I trying to get reps and customers at the same time. So that's challenging, but you know what? I'm just plugging away and just trying to talk to everybody I can and see what motivates them. Is it just to be a customer, or do they want to maybe be a rep as well? And do they need to be a rep to be able to take it themselves? And so I just kind of feel out the situation and take it from there.
Lise, you're so awesome. Well, I want to add in two things that have been essential in helping these people move forward. And that is that you are duplicating events. So you started with a wine and wellness, and I think we had like 3 in February. And, everyone that you're helping that's willing to do a wine and wellness. And I know Sweet Sarah's on here too, to spread the message and help these gals get their HLP. So the second thing that you've done a really good job in, and this is exactly what the company is incentivizing us to do, you guys. And if they don't want to do it, that's totally fine. But I am bringing up the HLP option to everyone because we want everyone to know that if they pay it forward and help a couple other people with Juice Plus, the company's going to send them $100. And I don't want anyone to, just like Lisa said, not be able to afford Juice Plus because because of financial stuff, and that's an issue for some people. And we want them to know that if they're so willing to share even just a little bit, that they can earn a little bit of extra money. And then maybe they get a little confident thinking, okay, well, if I can help a few people, I can help a few more people. I want to help people move forward, to pick up as much bonus money as possible. So Lisa, you've been really starting your people off right and teaching them to do that. And it's so easy and fun when we're just gathering people together. It's just been a blast. And I am really proud of you. And the compensation plan, for those of you guys who have been on in this journey for a while, I have to say, Lisa taught me a lot. I always learn the most from new people. And Lisa really taught me that I need to do a better job of helping people who wish to, and even if they don't wish to, at least learn about the compensation plan through the video that Julie Herbst has done. It's so easy for us now to share that video, you guys. We don't have to know anything. I know the compensation plan, but teaching it is very challenging for me. And I know that some of you guys still struggle with some of the foundational keys. And I appreciate that you did that, Lise, because it really showed me how essential it is that we understand the income potential of this business. And I know that I focus on the mission and the health and the people, but honestly, there are so many national marketing directors in this company that were not looking for fruits and vegetables in a capsule. They were looking for a financial solution. And, like Chris Drobe says, when we help people understand the compensation plan, we become builders of people. We're not salespeople. We're empowering people to take steps towards their better health. So I think it was so great that you did that. And I loved that. So I'm so proud of you, and it's just going to be so fun. Like, it's just so fun. So you guys are all going to meet, Lisa in Sacramento. And that is what I want to leave our call with tonight. It is March 5th. And in a month, we will be getting the suitcases off the shelf, planning our outfits, and really, really pumped for Sacramento. And I don't know who's going to listen to this call tomorrow. I don't know if anyone who's new, who does not have the experience that I have of going to the conference, and so many of you guys on the line. But Lisa said that boot camp was life-changing. And that is not an understatement or dramatic at all. And if you think a boot camp is life-changing, just wait until the conference. I mean, I have goosebumps right now as I'm talking to you guys. It has the power to expand your vision of where you see your life in such a powerful and significant way. And I can't ever teach anyone, nor could the most amazing national marketing director, Wendy Campbell, could lock you in a closet for a year and still not make the impact in vision, the contribution that you'll be able to make, the legacy that you have the potential to leave. That 2.5 days in Sacramento will do for you. And I realize that there is life happening for so many of you. Everyone has families. So many of you have jobs and commitments. But I have to say, if you're listening to this call and something in this plan, something in this mission is talking to your heart, then you owe it to yourself to come to Sacramento, because you just don't know how it can transform your life. And not necessarily in coming home and applying it and building a big business, because yes, we all do that and can do that. But relationships, connections, amazing Donna Wiss, who's been a leader on my team for 15 years, needs to come to Sacramento for her sisterhood, for her friendship, for the relationships. We have a blast. If you guys know me, I don't let my hair down a whole lot anymore. But when I go to the conferences and the boot camps, I do, because I feel like I'm with my people. I'm with my tribe. I'm with people that are like-minded, and we all can be totally ourselves together. And there is something really, really significant in that. So I, want to talk to each one of you individually. If there's even a sliver of, okay, maybe, just maybe, the West Coast Conference, most of us are on the West Coast. It's where it's at. It doesn't get any easier. Next conference after this is in Austin, Texas, which is also going to be a blast. But don't wait. Don't wait until October to start living a bigger life, a more richer, fuller, and abundant life. Do it now. Come to Sacramento now, because it's going to change everything for you. So I just am so excited. Within the next few days, I'll be posting details and the Eventbrite link for our team dinner, because we're going to have a phenomenal team dinner. It's how we kick off the conference on Thursday night. It's my favorite thing, because it's where I get to recognize and honor and appreciate all of you. And we are going to have a boatload of promotions and celebrations. It's really going to be the best one ever. So I just want to thank Susan and Lisa so much for sharing. I know it's always an uncomfortable thing, but that is how we grow. We have a few minutes. Does anybody have a question or anything burning that they want to share before we say goodnight? Anybody burning?
You know what? I just wanted to say, you were saying about going to conference and the boot camp changed my life. I have a big personality, and I'm outspoken and outgoing, but really going to the boot camp was a big deal for me, because I travel with my husband. I rarely travel by myself, and not that I was, because I was with you, but I didn't know anybody else, and everybody was just the people that I did meet they were only acquaintances, and it was big for me to go and be in a house with somebody, but it was the best. I would never ever change that experience with all of you, the women that were there, ever, because it was amazing. And it felt like family right off, really right off. So if anybody is thinking, I don't know if I want to go to the conference, oh my God, just go. That's all I can say, because I'm so happy that you talked me into going to boot camp. So that's all I wanted to say.
I'm going to cry right now, because that's why they call this personal growth. And it is the little things like that. And it's not little. I shouldn't have used that word. It's those moves that move you forward in your life, not just in Juice Plus, in your life. It's so awesome. So you guys, this was such a great call. I know a lot of you guys had to be on mute and had to hide your faces, but if you all want to unmute, and thanks Susan and Lisa. And we're going to have one more call before Sacramento, but I can't wait to see all your faces and hug you guys in about 7 weeks. It's around the corner, and I just seriously cannot wait. All right,
Great job,
guys.
ladies.
Yay.
Yay.
All right, everybody.